that you can hear everything. I'm just going to start that again. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us this morning on Therapy Thursday with special guest here, Destiny. And Destiny will be sharing her experiences and invite you to share your experiences too. So we're going to get started here. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you have any questions, we're actually going to save those for the end. So we'll just get started. Just want to make sure everybody can hear. Sound quality is okay. So we're good. Alrighty, Destiny, thank you for joining us. Destiny has been on some adventures. She went to Costa Rica to a beautiful retreat there, a raw vegan retreat with Lauren Lockwood. What's the name of that retreat? Tanglewood. Yeah, Tanglewood. And they have a Facebook page. And then Destiny recently returned from Hawaii. She was staying at another beautiful retreat there, raw vegan retreat, called Kanakiki. And that's on the Big Island. So Destiny, over to you, sweetheart. You want to share about yourself and what brought you to here?
I just had a lot of experience with working on fulfillment and what is permanent fulfillment. And I've learned that when I'm dependent on things that are outside of myself, they don't fulfill me fully, permanently. And when I work on things that are within me, and when I go within and I meditate and I believe that I can get everything from within, I feel more fulfilled and it lasts longer. And I feel unlimited. And so that's something I want to share is ways that I've learned how to trust myself and trust that I can get everything I need from within me. I used to have a meditation where I would envision myself, and you can follow along. I used to envision myself as a tree, and my roots would be in the ground of the earth, branching out, and then I would imagine a waterfall overflowing through me, over me, and then a beacon of light coming down through me and just fulfilling me. And then I started realizing, why can't I get all those things from within me? Because we are beings of light and we are creators. And so now I'm starting a meditation where I do the same thing, but my roots are now from within my heart and I'm branching out from within. And this waterfall is coming from within. And the light is also coming from within. And it's just overflowing within me. And so that's something that you can do. That's something I've learned that's really helped me. Another thing I like to do is I like to bless my food, because when I really believe that when you spend more with things that you're taking from, from the outside to go within, I want to somehow change the frequency to match my own. So what I like to do is, if I'm about to eat, I like to hold the food up against my heart so that it can feel my rhythm, and I just bless the food with love and peace and everything that I'm feeling like would fulfill me. And I'm learning how to not need as much food, so that I can, whenever I'm needing fulfillment, I could just, from food, I could just get those energies from within me. Because I really believe in breatharianism, and that is the direction that this world is going in, and just not needing really anything from outside of you, just going within. But also, you know, connecting with others, I really believe just being in connection is, it's I like to think of it as like, we all have our own songs. We all have like our own chord, and I'll sing my song, and you'll sing your song, and we could create our own song, and you know, hopefully we'll harmonize. And that's something I just want to share about connection. I just have so much to share. um, Another thing I like to share is being in touch with your nature and who you are. And I find that it's easier for me to stay true to myself when I'm surrounded by other beings that are true to themselves. And when I say that, I'm really meaning nature. Nature, to me, is the best example on this earth of beings that are just really in tune with who they are, and because they're not processed in any way, and you know, they just do it, they are who they are. And also food, I like to eat I eat a fruitarian diet, and so when I do eat, it's whole foods, and it's like an apple, and it's not processed in any way. It's source. It's pure source. And when you eat that, it's, you know, that's frequency, and that's who you are, and it's going within you. And so that's why I like to eat a really simple fruitarian diet, because it's not processed in any way, and I'm really passionate about being true to who I am and being source. I really want to be source and be. I just want to be. And so, I don't know. There's so much more. Do you have any questions?
What is the most important thing right now in your life, where you're at, in terms of your spiritual development?
The most important thing to me in terms of my spiritual development.
Would it be like freedom?
Freedom is very
divine freedom.
Yeah.
Maybe if you want to share a bit about that.
About freedom? Oh, I've been having really good experiences with freedom lately. Yes, when I've experienced when I'm less dependent on things outside of myself, I am so free, and I have so much energy. It's crazy. Like, I could go days without eating, and I'll have the most energy just because I'm believing that I am sustained and fulfilled within me, and it's within me. I carry that wherever I go, no matter what. And so it's when I believe that, I have the most freedom you could ever imagine. Yeah. Sometimes I just feel like I just gotta, like, I'm free, and I just, anyways.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
So in terms of breatharianism, people, you know, some people have concerns about that, you know, that we need food to sustain us. And I know you feel different. So maybe you could share a little bit about that. Maybe, you know, for the people that are concerned, you know, and for those that are looking to maybe explore more about being breatharians, you know, do you have any encouraging words that you would like to share about that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really just, I think, changing your mindset. And I really believe that most of who you are is depends on your habits. And if you have a habit of something, it's like that's kind of like your default. It's like kind of what you do in a day, just because it's like you're used to it. And so I'm not 100% vegetarian, by the way, but I do believe in it, and I'm eventually getting there. I've been in transition over these 4 years of eating cleaner, eating simpler, and just being more simple and breaking things down. And I'm yeah, I've just been changing my habits over time, and it's becoming. And I realize the more um, well, the less things I need. Like I really believe in minimalism and minimalist lifestyle, and I one day want to travel with nothing, just the clothes on my back, and um, and so I'm really training myself and getting in habits where I am just getting everything I need within me, and so I'm eating less because I'm changing my energy sources from not just from food, but from within me. And I have to believe it. I have to believe that I can do that, and then I can do it. If you have any doubts that you can't live without food, um, then you'll believe it. And I mean, I've gone through these experiences of believing that I need more food to have energy, and I felt really weak at times when I wasn't eating enough because I believed that I wasn't eating enough. So I think the factor is believing in yourself, believing that you can do it, and anything is possible. You can do anything. You are a being of light. You're a being of light. You can create anything you want. You just gotta believe it. So, I guess, does that answer the question?
It does. Thank you. Yeah, and I think like our mind is our most powerful frequency generator, isn't it? You know,
It's a good tool.
totally, and we underestimate the power that we have, you know, to manifest and create our realities. Um, so, in terms of intention, okay, I'll jump in here.
Yeah.
So, in terms of intention, um, setting our intentions and using like the quantum infinity, you know, these brilliant tools that we have to use to, you know, as evoked potential, you know, tools to create and manifest. And would you want to share a little bit about the quantum infinity? And
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the way I see the quantum infinity is it's a good tool to start transforming yourself to align with your source. Um, you want to get to know yourself. You know, the quantum infinity is a really good tool to do that. And yeah, I mean, I think um, it's a good start to getting to know yourself and transforming yourself and just learning how to heal yourself with frequency.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And balancing, you know, it's I mean, we all use it in different ways. I mean, the way Gail uses the quantum infinity is very unique to Gail and to each of us, you know, with the customized panels that we create that are very personal to us, and then, you know, we can share those, and we're going to be developing a lot more in terms of, you know, customization, and we'll be sharing that at a later date with the Quantum Infinity second generation, and it's a very exciting project that we're working on right now. Going back to, you know, relying on our internal source for what we need. The quantum infinity and, you know, devices that are like this are, you know, really tools to help us transition to completely depending on our internal sources for what we need. You know, really relying on our essence, you know, of who our divine essence, you know, to create and manifest. So what else would you like to share about your experiences with maybe with food? You know, Destiny makes the most delicious, delightful, divine raw vegan meals that, you know, we've been sharing a lot on Facebook. And Destiny's actually, this is Destiny's website that she'll soon be launching. It's called Destiny's Divines, and it's really about, you know, lifestyle, not just about a raw vegan lifestyle, but, you know, a true spiritual lifestyle that can support us, you know, in all kinds of situations, and, you know, health and well-being primarily, because, you know, we manifest. I mean, we manifest all of our thoughts and our emotions. And, you know, you've heard Brenda and Sharon speak about this pretty much on every webinar, on how, you know, we are affected by our emotions, and our health is really so dependent on that. So it's so important to focus on being positive and manifesting from that place. So anyway, I'm gonna focus this more on you, honey, so you can.
You got all dressed up.
So for those of you that would like to share your experiences, let us know. I'm actually going to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing here, and would love for you to join in and share. Share some of your experiences if you would like to do that. Oh, hi, Annette and Barbara and Howard. Hey, haven't seen you or spoken with you in a while. I didn't know we need to catch up, pick up where we left off. So would any of you like to share some of your spiritual experiences and, you know, how you manifest and create your realities using the quantum infinity or not using the quantum infinity to do that? Just let me know, give me a hands up, and I'll see that, and I can unmute you. Or if you have any questions you would like to ask Destiny. Not yet. Okay. Well, let's. Is there anything that you would like to share about your future plans? And I know you don't like to talk about the future. Destiny is very, very adamant about living in the now. Maybe if you want to share a little bit about that.
About
like,
living
you know,
in the now?
really, yeah, not projecting into the future. You know, even though I know sometimes it's necessary for us to plan, but really focusing on, you know, living in the moment and manifesting from that place.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Something I like to believe is not having any expectations. I don't. I believe when you don't have any expectations and you're more in the moment and you're not thinking about the future or you're just living in what's here and now and appreciating and accepting of what is. And I like to see everyone as like my brother and sisters, because we're a family, and not of just this earth, but all of creation and beyond. We are all in this together, and so I think I'm not perfect. I mean, in a way, I do believe we are all perfect, of course, but I still have lots to learn, and I think that's something that I really like to embrace with people when I'm sharing a moment with someone. I like to embrace our imperfections And I feel like that's a really good way of connecting with someone, you know, just breaking it down and really being open and being vulnerable with someone. That's how you really get to know someone and really share unconditional love. I like to believe um, it's I heard this somewhere saying you can't let someone love you unconditionally unless you let them know what your conditions are. And when I heard that quote, it really made me realize the beauty of being vulnerable and letting people see you, all of you, um, even if you don't believe you're perfect. It's just letting people see all of you, and all your imperfections, um, and because then you could allow them to love that part of you. And well, at first you have to love yourself, and then you could be more accepting of other people loving you. But I think, yeah, when you're more open to allowing love in and allowing people to see you, it's really beautiful. It's something I'm still learning, obviously, but I don't know. There's lots more I could share about that. Um, yeah, I think loving yourself is definitely a big step in allowing others to love you and receiving love. And so taking care of yourself is it's a big step to loving yourself and having respect for yourself. The underlying thing is that you should have respect for yourself, because when you have respect for yourself, you won't let anyone hurt you, you won't let yourself hurt you, and you'll feel safe and you'll trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, then anything's possible. Um, and that kind of leads back to getting everything you need from within yourself. If you trust yourself, then you are unlimited. Um, is there any, I don't know, anything else? I feel it.
Just let it flow, baby.
Huh. Um, is it? Okay, I could share something, a meditation I like to practice is I have like a step-by-step meditation, and I'll just say it real quick of what I do, and you could follow along, and or you could use it later. But here's what I like to do is this is my meditation I do every morning. So I just close my eyes, and I like to pray first, because I just like to ask for the light, and for the light to just be in this moment with me, and so I could experience this moment the best that I can. And so to do that, I pray, and then I have gratitude, and I start steps of gratitude. And so I start with myself, and when I say myself, I imagine, I like to envision my meditation. The whole time I'm envisioning. And so I start having gratitude for myself, and I envision myself as a ball of light. And I just have love for myself. And I say, I receive myself. and I breathe in, and I breathe out. And I'm envisioning receiving myself. Now, however that feels to you, however that feels comfortable. And then I give to myself. And I breathe in, and I breathe out, and I imagine giving to myself. Now, something I've learned is that giving and receiving is it's practically the same thing, because when I give to others, I'm receiving joy, and that's giving to myself. It's the same thing, really. And so, but I just say I receive, and I give. And then I start with my chakras, and I go from my root chakra. And what I do is I say I'm aware. Oh, sorry, I forgot a step. Okay, before I start saying I receive and give, I start to become aware. So I pray, I ask for guidance and light, for a moment and presence, and then gratitude, and then I become aware, and I start to just like feel. We are sensitive beings, and it's a really good tool to appreciate our sensitivity. Something I could share. I used to feel so anxious and so resistant, because I was always so sensitive to being around other people, or just everything. I felt like I was feeling everyone's feelings, and everything was just too much, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. And then when I started realizing that almost everyone feels that way, like we are all really sensitive, and it's okay to feel. And it's okay to feel, and it's a beautiful thing when you could feel other people's feelings. You're not taking anything from them, and you're not really giving anything to them. You're just feeling. They're feeling you as well, and we're all just feeling this in together. Just always stay aligned with yourself, and that's something it's just a good practice to have, to always stay aligned with yourself, and you could feel others as well, but it's okay because you know who you are. And so that's why meditation is a really good tool to do. I like to do daily, because every day is a gift, and all we have is the moment. And so every day I meditate, and I just become aware of myself. And so I become aware of myself, and then I become aware of my root chakra, and then I do receive and give of each chakra. So I do awareness, I just feel myself. Like for my root chakra, for example, I'll start with awareness, and I'll just feel it. I don't do anything with it. I just feel it. Just feel what's going on. You don't have to put words to it. There's no words. It's just feelings. And then I say I receive the love of my root chakra. And when I'm saying that, I'm envisioning the purpose of my root chakra. Whatever it is, I'm receiving its gift to my body, to my soul, and to my mind. Whatever its purpose is, I'm receiving what it has to share. And then I give love. And I say I appreciate you. And when I say I receive the love of my root chakra, I could feel my root chakra being grateful for me receiving it. And that's another thing I like to believe is when when someone receives your love, it's a gift to them, because it makes them realize that they're worthy, you know. And it's like, if I have love to give and someone's receiving it really well, that makes me feel like really worthy, you know, and that my love has a purpose. So that's something to think about. So yeah, I do that, and so I awareness, receive, and give with each chakra, and then I do the roots. I become a tree, and the roots are in my heart, and then the waterfall. I imagine that waterfall going within me to just clear. So I just like to have clarity, and then a ball of light just fueling each chakra, my beingness, and then I go to the planet. So first I do myself, I do my chakras, and then I do the planet, and I become aware of the planet, and I just feel it. I feel the moment. It's like I'm here on this earth. How amazing is this earth, right? And I just become aware of it. And I say, I receive this planet. I receive the love. I receive this moment. I receive everything that this planet is. I receive it. I receive the love that it has to share with me. And then I give love. I say, I have so much love for this planet. And as I'm saying this, I'm imagining all this love is coming from within me. And it's just a big ball of light. And then I go to the people of this planet. You want me to computer sleep, is it? Thank you. Yeah. I go to all the people of this planet, and I do the same thing. I just become aware of all the people, all the magical beings, including the trees and the animals, and the fruits and the skies and the suns and everything that's all around this planet. The mountains, everything has a beingness to it. So I become aware of its purpose. All these magical human beings. I just become aware of that we all have a gift to share with this world, and that's like, when you realize that, it's like you can never judge anyone, because like you never know really what their purpose is, but if you do believe that there is an underlying purpose, like you can never judge anyone, because you know, they're meant to be shared, and they're meant to, everything that they're giving to this earth is meant to be for this earth. It's meant for everyone's enlightenment, everyone's upliftment. We're all in this together. We're all brothers and sisters. So I receive their love, and I receive their purpose, and I just say, I receive these people. I receive who they are, and I love who they are. And then I give love, I give appreciation for who they are. And then I do all of creation, and I just imagine so this happens every time. So I go through myself, and then the earth, and then the people of this earth, and then when I say all of creation, it's like bam, everything. And I feel like when I say everything, it's like it clicks that I am everything. Everything, all of creation, that source is who I am as well. It's what I'm created from, and so it's all within me. But it's also like You know, it's just everything. So I become aware of everything. And then I receive, and then I give, and then I stay this moment, and then it brings me back to this moment, and I become aware of this moment. And what I do is I become aware of my body, and then I become aware of the sounds, and then I become aware of my breath, and then I become aware that I am aware. And that's the trick. That's the awareness that you're looking for. To be aware that you are aware. And you step by step, aware that you're aware, that you're aware, that you're aware, that you're aware. And I just sit in that awareness, overcoming over it, all over it. Just aware that I'm aware, that I'm aware. And you just start to laugh at yourself. And that's a really fun thing to do. And so yeah, I do that. And then and that's pretty much it. And then I start to massage my body, and I start to become aware of my body, because I sit in that awareness state for a while. That's really the meditation that you want to get to, that you really want to hold. Everything that leads up to it is just getting yourself ready for that space of unconditional love and awareness. And so when you sit in that awareness for a while, and then I bring myself back down, and I start, as I'm still closing my eyes, or you could open your eyes too, but I just start to become aware of my body. And as I'm touching I like to just massage from my feet up to my head. So I just do that. And as I'm doing it, I just say I'm aware what I'm feeling. This is my body. And as I'm also saying I'm aware, I'm also saying I am. I'm saying I am. I'm experiencing this moment. I am. And I feel, I am aware, and I always like to have a long pause when I'm feeling my heart. And I just I am aware, I'm aware of this being, this beautiful vessel that my soul is sharing light in. I am. And then my hands, while I go through my arms, and then when I come to my hands, I like to have a moment there too, because I love to give through my hands. I love massage, I love to make food, and I mean, I'm sure we all have that as well. Our hands are just beautiful tools that we're gifted with. And so I really I have a moment here, and I just believe that I have two giant balls of light on my hands. And I am aware. And then I go to my neck, and I just face, and my hair, my head. And I even go to every strand of into my hair. And then I just envision I am this being. And then I finish off with saying, I love the connection that I have with all of creation. And I just sit in that moment for a while. And I start to just have these feelings that we're all brothers and sisters, we're all family, we're all in this together. I am connected. I am part of this life. I have something to share. I have something to learn from everyone else, and we're all connected. I love this connection that I have with all of creation. And then I finish off saying, I love this connection that I have with myself. And I'm giving to myself at this moment. Yeah. I am willing to have this moment with myself. I'm willing to give to myself. I love this connection that I have with myself. And then I open my eyes. I just start to become aware of what's around me. And yeah, that's my meditation I do every morning. So that's something to share.
Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. So, and I think when we practice this, as often as we can, at least once a day, we can then extend that love to others more freely, can't we, more unconditionally, because we've learned how to do that for ourselves. And, we really do have everything within. And when we're going through the most challenging times of our lives, we just need to hold. We just need to hold that space and faith that we can get through this, and we are being supported. There is the light that we have within us and around us supports us through the most challenging times in our lives. And not to have any fear. Oh, that's something I wanted to bring up. Destiny mentioned yesterday. We were told that we should record our conversations and just put them on YouTube. So we had a great conversation yesterday. We didn't record it. About Destiny was talking about how embracing the negative forces, like not just being fearless, and recognizing the oneness and no separation. It's like, and when we're not fighting, and the quantum infinity is a brilliant tool for this, for mastering how to deal with againstness, and when we stop fighting with ourselves, we will have individual and world peace. It's work in progress for all of us, but we're getting there. We are making that progress. And what Destiny was saying yesterday was just mind-blowing in terms of just embracing the negative forces, that they're here to teach us and make us stronger. And when we focus on that and we lose the fear, or transcend the fear, miracles happen. And so you want to share a little bit more about that, because that came to you, you just shared it with me, and it was really your experience.
This
is all about you, honey.
Yeah, you gotta come. Yeah, I really believe in not having any fear, because when you trust, there's no fear. And when you trust yourself, especially, because when you trust yourself, that's trusting the universe as well, and that you've got your back, the universe has got your back, and trusting that you are a creator. Anything is possible. You can manifest anything you want, and so it's like, when you really have trust in yourself and you really believe in yourself, then you don't really have any fear, because you believe you could handle anything. And I've been in so many experiences that you could say have had potential to be bad or negative, but I've never had any experiences that were bad or negative, because I don't attract that. Like, I've met people who you could say would normally do harmful things to me, but since I trusted myself, I knew how to handle the situation. I knew how to talk with them, and I knew how to see them and not be scared of them. And I think when people see that light that is in you and see that you don't have any fear, they don't want to hurt you. And that's something I've really learned, and I really believe in, is that, yeah, like, if you have respect for yourself and trust for yourself, people see that. People see that in you, and they don't want to hurt you. Because people who, well, say hurt others, it's really because they're hurting themselves. And when you realize that, you know that they're just hurting from within, and it's like you could help them because you're a being of light, and we are all here for each other. And something else I want to share is, like, when I'm giving a massage to someone, I'm not believing I'm healing them. I'm just believing I'm being a clear vessel for the light to heal them. And they're really the ones that are healing themselves because they're asking for the light to heal them. And so I'm just being that vessel. And so if you're believing that you're being of light and that you are love, then, and that you are willing to give and serve what is needed in every moment, then you will always, like, be in that space of light and love. And no matter who you're around, you could help them without even knowing it, just being there. And they'll feel it, you know. Is that, I don't know, does that help?
Absolutely. And as hard as it is, you know, to hold in that, you know, in that space, you know, that's how we transcend and transform. And it's really all about soul transcendence. Yeah. So we don't have much time left, and we want to hear your stories and what you have to share. So let's see. I haven't even looked to see if there's any questions. No.
It's okay. There's still more to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just jump in whenever you would like to share, and or have any questions for Destiny or myself, and we'll be happy to answer those. Well, we'd love to hear your stories, you know, and how you get through life and transform and transcend and hold in those times, you know, where we're really being tested. Those are the times, you know, that we remember most in our lives, you know, and it's really, and humility is so important too, isn't it? You know, just to kind of, like Destiny said about having the awareness, just kind of being in the moment and having the awareness, okay, I'm having this experience, it's okay. I'm safe. This is all being handled. I'm just going through the experience so that, you know, I can learn it and teach it and share it and help others.
Yeah, definitely. Everything we go through, all these experiences that we're having, it's to help others, you know? So it's like, I know how to handle this so that I could teach others how to handle it. Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, everything is for our growth, learning, upliftment, and healing.
Yeah, it's like I said, we all have our own song. And we're all going, like, there's a quote I like to say is, we're not the same, but we're equal. We all have a gift to share. We're all different. It's really beautiful. And so this is, I'm just sharing, like, my experience, and everyone has, like, this is my, like, one of my songs, and we all have our own songs to share. Yeah.
All right. Well, would you like to finish with a little prayer or meditation or invocation?
Well, I kind of already did a meditation.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Sean, you want to jump on the webinar, honey? Got something to say? That's my 14-year-old, Destiny's younger brother, wanting to go surfing. He's got a little bit of lesson to learn about patience. Hey, Sean. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us this morning. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, the Quantum Infinity is a great tool. But those customized panels are just like ways that creating affirmations and positive thinking is so important. Just to catch ourselves in the moment when we're having a negative thought, and just have that awareness and transform it to being a positive thought. And so, create those customized panels and use those frequencies. And we will be sharing more about the Quantum Infinity second generation very, very soon. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be sending some information out. So I'm very excited about that. And Destiny, thank you so much for sharing.
It was my pleasure.
Children really are our future, huh?
This was fun.
We'll do more of this. Yeah.
Life is about having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And following your happiness should be, for me, in my experience, when I follow my happiness, it's leading me to following my heart, and leading me to my purpose in life, which is, sharing and being love and light and being what this world needs, whatever it needs, just being in the moment, being open, and share whatever is needed.
Yeah. Joy is the essence of spirit. So follow your joy.
Mm-hmm. That's fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you soon. Have a beautiful, blessed weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.